In terms of my current position, I'm the communication specialist for an organization called AfriCare. And there's a specific project under AfriCare called the Mwanza Bora Nutrition Project. And of course, as the name says, it's a nutrition specific project for Tanzania. This was something that actually chose me. And I knew from the beginning I did not want to do law. I didn't want to do engineering. I definitely did not want to be in the medical field because I'm, afraid of needles to begin with. So when I was in high school, towards the end of my high school term, I chose an extracurricular activity, which was to be part of the high school newspaper committee. And that's where I think my interest sparked in terms of being part of something that's a bit more interactive. My backup, actually, if not journalism, would have been something in web designing or something in designing, because I want to do something interactive and creative. I'm a visual thinker, and I'm not the type of person to be sitting in an office from 9 to 5. I'm more of to be, to just, be more active and productive in my daily routine. In a career like mine, especially in journalism, and if you're on camera, if you're a reporter, it's a particular type of personality, from my opinion, that one needs to have, which is to be a bit more upfront, forthcoming, and a little bit aggressive in terms of asking those tough interview questions. And of course, yes, I did that too, as I was in school, in my early first 2 years of working in the real world, which was actually right after grad school. But I didn't mind going out there to interview the people, but at the end, I found my niche sort of to be on the producing side, which was behind the camera, and which meant video editing and producing the rundown for the day, working with editors. So a lot of the behind the scenes sort of work. But in terms of personality and aptitude, I think where I am now as a communication specialist, it fits my sort of personality, where I get to interact with people in an office setting, but also going out into the field and doing what I love to do, which is video editing and video shooting and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's really about your motivation and determination to do the job. And of course, if you love it, then there's no problem at all. I think the reason journalists do what they do is because of what they love. And I've seen that time and time again from working in a newsroom for almost 3 years. And even where I am now in communications, it's the reason I do what I do is because I love to do it. And it's meeting and interacting with people and sort of doing sort of hands-on interactive work, which is what I enjoy. I don't think it's necessary to be attending a prestigious university or an Ivy League, to get that dream job. I think it really depends on, it varies, from individual to individual about how motivated and determined you are to get your dream job and to get on a career path that you want. So in terms of getting that college degree, yes, you have got the college degree, so I think that's the way you should make most of it. And in a developing country like Tanzania, most of the population probably has secondary education, and a good portion don't go to university for various reasons. So if you look at it from that perspective, a lot of these people who do not have university degrees, they're doing something so much bigger than those who actually have university degrees. Or if you think about the obvious people like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and people like that, it's a university degree it's a piece of paper that, yes, helps you get your dream job, but not necessary, because it's all within yourself. It's all within how determined you are to reach your goals, basically. Advice I would give to students who are having trouble choosing a major. I think, of course, it's not going to come to you overnight, and I think it's a very important decision because it's something that's you're going to do for your entire life. Yes, you may choose something now, and you may end up in a different career path later on in life. But I think whatever the career that you choose, or for actually whatever major that you choose, it should be something that you love and you like doing, because then it won't feel like a job when you're actually in the real world working every day. We see a lot of students choosing the default sort of careers like law, medicine, accounting, and I think when considering a career or a major, again, it's important to understand yourself as a person and what you like to do. It's also important to consider, your long-term goals in the future. I know when you're in college, you're not really thinking about long-term, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line. Well, actually, don't not even 15 years, 5 years down the line. But it's important to just take a moment and think about where you like to be in 5 years, what you see yourself doing, what do you like to do, what are your interests, what are your dislikes. My job is definitely fun for sure, and I think fun is actually an understatement, because I think my job daily, it's an experience, especially when I'm out in the field. When I'm in different parts of the country, I get to go out and talk to some of our beneficiaries that we serve as an NGO, and when you hear their stories about how grateful they are and how the organization has changed their lives, that something is that really makes a difference in your day-to-day task, and it gives more motivation to what you do, because you know that what you're doing will make a difference, whether big or small, in the long run.